Hello everybody and welcome to my garden. It is March the 20th 2021 and we in the UK are in lockdown at the moment. This means all the campsites are closed until April the 12th at the moment, and we can't do anything other than go to work or do essential journeys, so we can't just go wild camping or anything like that, unfortunately. Hopefully those restrictions will become less so in the near future. As I mentioned, campsites at the moment are due to open on April the 12th. Now, whilst this lockdown has been going on, it seems like forever. I think it's only been going on since November, but there gets to a point where everybody has their own tolerance. And for me, the same four walls every single day just gets to be a point where you've had enough. And I'm close to that. So I need to wake up in a new environment. I need an experience other than just doing the same thing every day. Routine is great, but after a while it gets annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna camp out here tonight. Now, this winter we've had a really damp winter. It's been either relentless rain or absolute downpours. It's been very rare when we've had days like this where there is nothing falling from the sky. So the lawn isn't in the best shape. That's no word of a lie. It is been boggy at times. At the moment though, it's probably the best I've seen it in a long time. You can actually stand without actually feel like you're sinking. So there we go. Now if I put a big tent up like the Quechua 4.1 or something like that, it's going to probably do more damage than necessary. It's only just going to be me out here. So I'm going to use one of my smaller tents, which is a Vango Banshee 300 Pro. It's not the smallest I've got, but it's ideal for one night. I'm going to use just this corner here. It's just going to be a basic setup. For me personally, it's just going to be nice just to get away from the house just for a little while and kind of, I don't know, just break up that monotony a little bit. So there you go, that's tonight's plan. Okay, I've just been checking the lawn for doggy presents, in which I don't really want to be laying my tent upon, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and we're all clear. Now, the Vango Banshee 300 Pro, as I said, is one of my smaller tents, and in pack form it looks a little bit like this. So yeah, it's not my biggest tent by far. It's also not my smallest. Vango do a smaller version, which is the Vango Banshee 200 Pro, but for me, I find that is probably a little bit on the too smaller side. I wouldn't say I was claustrophobic, but I like a little bit of space. I like a little bit of manoeuvring about. And the Vango Banshee 300 Pro is probably a little bit more closer to the sweet spot that I prefer. So there you go. Right. Did you know, and this is a YouTube fact, that it is actually illegal to not put up a tent and not use a time lapse? So there you go. So we are going to, in the spirit of the law, do a time lapse. Well, this is the first time I've had a tent up in close to 4 months. Last time I went camping was in November when I went to Cromer. I had a lovely time using the Quechua 3XL. Loved that trip, brilliant. Didn't think it was going to take me 4 months to actually have another tent up again. And okay, it's in the garden, I understand that. It's not a camping trip, but we can't go anywhere. So this is the next best thing. So this is the camping channel. We obviously need to talk about the tent, which is here. This is the Vango Banshee 300 Pro. It's a low price tent. I would say anywhere between 125 and 149 pounds. I bought it from Go Outdoors. I think it was about 18 months ago now. It was a while ago. I've used it a couple of times. I've used it in Somerset when I went to Cheddar Heights, and we had a storm coming in and it stood up really well to the winds. We were getting 50-60 mile an hour winds and it stood up no problem. It was well anchored down anyway, but it did its job. That sun's really bright. The tent itself has got a vestibule on the side and at the back, but not on the opposite side. It's got two doors. It's all in one piece tent, so it goes up no problem. Very, very, very quick and easy. The only thing I don't like about it is the length of the tent. This seems to be an issue that I have with a lot of tents. I'm close to 5'10", and I do have a problem where my head's touching one end of the tent and then my feet are on the other. And this is when I'm laying down, not when I'm sitting up, when I'm laying down. But I have found a way that I just kind of sleep more with my legs tucked up a little bit, almost in the sort of fetal position, if you like. And I sleep on my side anyway, so it's not too much of an issue. But personally, if I was to see any improvements to the tent, I would like to see it a little bit longer. I'm 5'10". If I was 6'2", then I would say this tent is probably a no-no for you. But yeah, I like it. I like the two-door layout. So if you do pitch up and you realise that actually the views are better on the other side, then you can actually open that door and see out from that way. So there we go. I'm going to give the tent 4 out of 5. I think it's a reasonable tent, very well priced. Decent enough, lots of ventilation, and yeah, it's very good for a beginning tent. With the Vango Banshee all set up, now it's time to fill it with some bedding. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, it is March the 20th, 2021. Temperatures at night are ranging around 6 to 7 degrees. Sometimes we get frost, but the weather looks fair to moderate tonight. So with that in mind, I need to insulate the tent. Now, the Vango Banshee is a reasonable price tent, around about £125 to £149. So it'd be foolish to fill it with really expensive equipment. Not that I can actually afford it. As I've said before, this channel is solely paid for out of my own money. I'm not sponsored by anybody to promote these products. I am not given money to say anything. Everything you see here is bought out of my own money. So I need to keep cost level down. So sadly no Thermarest products here today. No, but I need to insulate the heat that would normally be lost into the ground. I need to keep that and radiate it back up into my body. So I'm using this, which is a foil mat, which you can buy off Amazon for under £20, I believe it is. It's 2 meters by 1 meter, and it's a little bit of foam wrapped in foil. With 2 meters by 1 meter, that's perfectly ample for one person in a tent of that nature. I'm going to use this, which is a Eurohike single flock airbed, which I purchased from Go Outdoors. It's a single airbed and it'll fit in there no problem. I'll keep the expensive pads and that until when I can afford them and once I've lost enough weight, but right now is not the right time. All I can say at the moment is I am eating a lot less and I'm drinking a lot of water, and I do feel a lot better. So yeah, hopefully that'll come sooner rather than later. But for now, we're doing a simple one-night camp in a garden, and I don't necessarily need those expensive products just yet. Now, with the bedding all in, you're probably thinking I've forgotten something, and I had a sleeping bag. A sleeping bag is an essential purchase for anyone going camping. And I said to you before, I am a little bit on the overweight side. I've put on a little bit of weight, and I've got a 46-inch chest. So with that in mind, I don't really want to feel like I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor. I don't want to feel like I'm in a straitjacket. So with that in mind, last year I went out and bought this, which is a Mountain Warehouse Summit 250 XL sleeping bag, and this measures 230 centimeters from head to toe, 70 centimeters at the feet, but 105 centimeters across the chest, which for me is awesome. Now, I've used sleeping bags, mummy sleeping bags particularly before, and I find that they are a little bit too constrictive. It's something you do get used to, but why would I need to get used to it? I can just buy something like this, and as I said, I'm not going wild camping. I don't have to squeeze it into a rucksack. So this for tonight is going to be my sleeping bag of choice. I will be using a couple of blankets maybe over the top to in case it gets too cold, but other than that, I think this will be more than adequate. Just gone 9:30 at night, and you probably can't see it so much on here, but there's a full moon out, and yeah, well, set to go. A little bit of cloud in the sky, but looking good. So inside the Vango, I've got a Quechua pillow on top and just a normal cushion. I can't be bothered to get any more, and I've got a Zaffa back down quilt on top, like I said, and then the Mountain Warehouse sleeping bag and a Quechua lamp. Right, there you go. There we go. That's that. Oh, this feels strange. Feels good to be out again. It really does. Under the stars. Almost clear sky out there. A little bit of cloud, but not too much. The camera won't pick that up though. As I said, there's plenty of space in here. I don't know if you can see down the bottom, but my feet are kind of rubbing against the bottom. There you go. Yeah. And my head's pretty much against the inner as well. It's not too bad. It's kind of tuck myself up, bring my feet up, and you don't notice it. It's not too cold. I feel quite snug. I've got me jogging bottoms on, but yeah. Anyway, I'm wobbling, tired. As nice as this is, I need to get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. I was up at 5:30 this morning. Oh. No, folks. See you in the morning. Bye-bye for now. Good morning. Sorry. 6:15 in the morning. Slept alright. Slept good. Bed's very, very, very comfortable. I could quite happily stay here all day if I could, but alas, Buster needs to go for his walk and I need bathroom. Like I said before, I do sleep on my side and my legs are curled up a bit, so yeah, it's not too bad, but just looking for any condensation. Yeah, it's a little bit of condensation. You see it up there. Yeah. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but yeah. There's a little bit of condensation. But otherwise, not too bad. Pretty good night. Right, I'm gonna get up because I really enjoyed it though. Really enjoyed it. Well, that was a good night's sleep, one I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a little bit chilly at times, but that was okay, I could live with that. Yesterday I discussed the fact that I wanted to talk about the pillows the following morning, and this to me is one of the best camping accessories I've ever bought for campsite camping. I wouldn't recommend this for wild camping. Obviously this is its pack size and it's pretty big. So this is a Quechua foam pillow. I bought 2 of these last year. I initially bought one. I was a little bit skeptical because it feels pitted. There was like a honeycomb construction throughout, and I didn't know if I was going to get on with it all right, but it turned out to be what I used as a normal pillow in the house. It is so comfortable. It measures 45 centimeters by 35 centimeters by 13 centimeters thick, and it's got that sort of sponginess to it that really feels comfortable. It is just one of the best night's sleep I've ever had using this pillow. It comes in like a beige and grey, so if you want you can flip them over, and as I say, I absolutely adore these. just get that out. There we go. It's pretty impressive. Let's say you can actually feel like a honeycomb, like a pitted feeling under the fabric, but that's okay. You soon get used to that, and it's so spongy and it bounces back straight away into shape. And I have some of the best night's sleep using these pillows, so highly recommended. It's the Quechua foam pillow from Decathlon. And there we go. Right, time to get this tent dismantled, taken down and put on the line to dry, because the underneath is going to be wet through. So thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, please feel free to do so, and I hope to see you again in the next one. For a beginning tent. No, I've got to stop because my legs are about to die. The sun's now coming out. It's a rarity, this. Anyway, the Vango Banshee 300 Pro is up and ready to be filled with bedding. I'm not going to do any sitting out here tonight if I can get my words in. It's a good price. I think it retails for about 149. I'm going to wait for that plane to go over. At least someone's getting their travels in today. I don't think he's going to Mallorca or anything.